There's no such thing. How incredibly beautiful that idea. The amazing commitment to the profundity of difference, and how profound it is. In other words, humanity is precious because every human being is completely and utterly unique, equal to each other, and of infinite value. Now, I love this text, but let me tell you, this notion of Elohim is lovely, but it has not been deployed in every circumstance that it could, and there are resistances to it in the tradition itself. Yes, everyone's equal, well, but the Kohen is a little more equal, okay? He gets more jobs, and he gets this, and he gets that role, right? On some level, there were tensions inside each of these categories. By the way, equality and uniqueness are in tension with each other in general. Like, if we're all equal, then maybe we should all actually earn the same money. Well, no, you know what? It turns out that the differences between people have to shape social relations too. And so we have a culture that sees uniqueness also as a fuel for innovation, creativity, engagement. That's different than equality, right? So these are real tensions. I want to share with you, now going from creation to revelation, from this week's Parsha, right? The creation, the story of the revelation, and a text that I find completely disturbing. And I want to understand it. Numbers Rabbah 7. When God gave the Torah. So here's the story. This is the Midrash. Israel left Egypt, and they were all impaired. They were all wounded when they left Egypt. Why? Well, they've been climbing on these structures, building things for Egypt, and this one lost an ear, and that one lost an eye, and this one lost a hand, and that one lost a foot. And they were all basically Baalei Mumin, people who were missing parts, right? They were wounded, they were deformed, they were impaired. And so then God asked the question, is it consonant with the dignity of the Torah that I should give it to a generation of impaired people? Baalei Mumin? So he says no, and I'm not going to wait. So therefore he sends an angel and heals them all. And now the Torah can be received. What a terrifying portrayal that the Torah's dignity is undermined by a person who's missing an ear, or a finger, or a foot, or can no longer see. The dignity of the Torah can only be fully held by people completely whole. Okay? I want to attempt to reread this text at the end and see if we can come up with a way to actually sweeten it. But what motive to do so, you see? The motive that I'm going to show you, I think there's a way to sweeten this text. But until I'm moved to feel disturbed by the text, why would I move in that direction? I accept it. Yeah, Baalei Mumin, or yeah, Nebuch. Why? Well, because, by the way, there's an argument for this. The Torah is a culture of achievement. Mitzvot are achievement. Christianity is a culture of grace. You're in. You just got to believe and love. But for Jews, you got work to do. So what are we going to say? If you're capable, then do it. And if you're not capable, sorry, but we're not so interested. So there's inside of this, there is a Jewish sensibility around how important achievement is. If you have a job to do, you want a Navy SEAL to really do the security in the country, what are you going to do? Going to get just anybody? No, you're going to get really demanding, challenging frame. So maybe the covenant is about the Navy SEALs. And okay, some people are Navy SEALs. Do you understand? So I understand where this is coming from, and I need it sweetened. I need it because I feel committed because of experience. That's the meta-halachic impulse. Right? Now, I want to share with you that I have been doing this inclusion work for a little while, and I've discovered a bunch of texts about the difficulty of inclusion. We'll come back to Moshe Rabbeinu at the end. That are about not the creation of the world, but the creation of the Jewish people with Avraham Avinu. And I want to share a short series of texts with you about how hard inclusion really is. I think often what happens is, synagogues put up, we are welcoming. and it's very easy. And no one admits how hard the work is. So I'm going to share with you from the mitzvah of achnasat orchim, how it might be that we need to work on this question in a more thoughtful way. So in Genesis chapter 18, the locus classicus of achnasat orchim. What is achnasat orchim anyway? It's inviting someone you don't know, with whatever realities in their life are there, into your home. That's what achnasat orchim is. That's what Avram Avinu, if he sees people, he's going to welcome them in. He doesn't know who they are. He's not bringing them in because they're the right kind of people. He's bringing them in because they are people at his doorstep. So achnasat orchim is a great mitzvah to kind of explore the tensions around welcome and inclusion. And so here's the story. He's finished his circumcision and he sits by the door, the tent door at the heat of the day, and he lifts up his eyes and he looks, and lo, there are three men, and he runs to go greet them, and he bows down and he says the following line, "My Lord, if I've found favor in your sight, don't go away." He's talking to the angels, "Don't go away, come into my house, we'll feed you, we'll clean your feet, we'll take care of you, and then you can go on your way." Now that's pshat. But the rabbis don't like that pshat, or they find that there's more to get out of this text. And so what do they say? Rav Judah, in the name of Rav, says the following: hospitality to wayfarers is greater than welcoming the presence of God. How do they get that? Here's what they do. When it says, and God appeared to Abram in the tents of Mamre, the pshat would be in the form of three angels. But the rabbis read it differently. God appears to Abram to do Bikur Cholim. So Abram's having this emotionally incredible experience. God is visually, physically, like Gilu Shechina is happening. He's having this amazing spiritual moment of encountering God. And in the corner of his eye, he sees three dusty travelers. And he turns to God and says, "Oh Lord, if you will have patience with me, I gotta go. I gotta go take care of these guys." And so the rabbis learn from this. Greater is welcoming in the stranger who needs your help than receiving God's presence. It's a remarkable and wonderful text, right? The Rambam rarely in the codes quotes Midrash, but here he does. And this is the Rambam as he's quoting